Every video, every other day, there's another question. What's on your wall? Why aren't you showing us? What do you use to hold them up? I'm gonna tell you, okay? Leave me alone. Relax. Most of the time when you're watching the video, you can only see up to a certain point. I know my hand's blurry. I'm in... Oh, my monitor just went off, so thanks. This is basically the music room, and I'm not gonna show you all of it because you don't deserve to see it yet. I'm probably gonna be moving from this place soon into cock tease everybody with the design of this room. I think is unfair when it might not be my main thing for the remainder of my time. Yeah, most of the time y'all pretty much just get to see this portion of the wall and about cut off right here. So pretty much you might be able to see Tupac and death certificate. But you don't get to see past, if you're reading This Is Too Late, into Flying Lotus, into Freddie Gibbs, into Schoolboy Q, into Kaytranada, into Danny Brown, into The Roots, you know, all this shit. So basically, I'm not going to go into a whole little spiel about why I love every single album on here. I mean, there are some albums that I prefer on this wall that are preferable. I think I just said prefer than others. But the first one over here, I got MF Doom, Doomsday. I want to get Vaudeville Villain, Victor Vaughn. I would love to get that one. That one was amazing. And those are probably my favorite MF Doom projects. Okay, so let me zoom in on this one so people can know this is what it is. Now next to it we got the Underachievers, the Art of Duality Evermore. Probably my favorite Underachievers project to date. I didn't really love their new one. That's why I haven't really talked about it. But I did, you know, it was somewhat enjoyable. I just didn't love it like that. I got the point of it too, though. If you want me to talk about it in the future, I'll talk about it. If you're reading This Is Too Late from Drake, his best rap project, in my opinion. Not a classic record, but when we're talking about Drake, as far as the bravado and being confident, I think this is definitely his best project. So had to get it vinyl. Now this one right here isn't my favorite Flying Lotus project, but I love the cover art and the style for this. I love the album art, basically. Still love this project. A great moment for me listening to it in 2015, but the cover art, Jesus, it got me. It's so colorful, so bright. Look at the detail. Look at it. All the little part, like, oh my God. The Roots with Things Fall Apart. Also really enjoyed this album. Black Thought also has some pretty interesting music that came out this year that I wasn't able to talk about. Did enjoy it. Wasn't my favorite. Danny Brown with Atrocity Exhibition, my album of the year for 2016. Atrocity Exhibition not only is, in my opinion, Danny Brown's best album, but the best album that came out in 2016. I thought it was extremely dark, twisted. Felt like in a lot of the tracks I was entering a 1980s cartoon film or a Batman. They were very retro and psychedelic in a lot of instances. I just loved this album. I still do to this day. Really dope. Kaytranada with 99.9. Freddie Gibbs with Pinata. Tupac, All Eyez On Me. Schoolboy Q, Blankface. Oh my, this album. Fuck. Tukey Nose. Ride Out. John Muir. Oh my. John Muir. I'm gonna work out later today. I'm listening to that whole thing. Bob Marley's Legend, the best of, not official solo projects, just all of his best work mixed into one. I do have more in my basement, but I don't feel like going down there to show you. The Never Story from J.I.D. Ice Cube, Death Certificate. Loved this album. I believe, if I haven't listened to this in a while, but I don't remember for sure if this one has the NWA disc No Vaseline on it. I think I'm right, but I think I'm wrong at the same time. Lil Wayne the Carter 3. I think my entire middle school experience is summed up in this album. Wayne was literally the greatest rapper of all time for a time, and people tend to forget that. If you want to know why, this is probably the best example of why. The Waters from Mick Jenkins. You guys actually got to experience my first exposure to Mick Jenkins. One of the reasons why I say drink more water in so many of my videos comes from this man right here. Really enjoyed his project, The Waters. I thought the healing component was great. I also thought Pieces of a Man was cool, but this is the one that I think is probably his best work so far. The theme, and in the back of the album, the nutritional facts. Oh my God, the way the track list showed up, the way it was written. Oh my God, yes. Blood Orange with Negro, Swan. It should be a little bit higher up, but I need to put Oxnard, Anderson .Paak right there, so I'm holding a spot open for it. 1X from 3 Days Grace, another big part of my childhood in probably 2006, 2007. This is a great body of work in my opinion. Their best project. I believe they came out with an album last year. I don't remember if I listened to it, so I'm definitely gonna have to go back through their discog and see if there's something that I missed out on, but don't sleep on them. Don't act like they weren't great for a time. They were. Imperial from Denzel Curry, easily one of my favorite projects of 2016. And right next to him is a guy that I feel is one of his biggest influences, which is DMX. It's dark and hell is hot. DMX is one of my father's favorite rappers, and I got secondhand smoke basically from my dad, and became a huge fan of DMX because, because he used to play him so much. So that's pretty much where that love came from. To Pimp a Butterfly from Kendrick Lamar. Loved this album. A lot of people don't know I listened to Pimp a Butterfly like 5 months late. I don't like being a part of the hype train. And so this is one of the main reasons that I have this one behind the monitor, so a lot of people can't see it. Because I just wanted to enjoy this for myself. I wanted to enjoy it aside from everyone telling me that it was amazing. It was a dope project. I wanted to internalize it for myself. And that's what I like to do with every album that I listen to. But this one had a special place to my heart. And it's also one of the reasons I've decided not to take any deals for this channel yet. I've been offered a lot, and I've decided not to because I'm not going to be pimped by the industry. Fleet Fox's self-titled. This is probably one of my favorites on this wall, if not my favorite, because I got into them around the same time I started getting into photography. And there was a video that I watched about some old Nikon camera that I was interested in at the time, and they were playing Blue Ridge Mountain in the background, and I fell in love with the song. I had to figure out what it was. I had to figure out who the group was that made it. I figured out who they were, listened to their discography, fell in love, bought this one. I don't know what else to say. I want to get their new project Crack Up. I'm just really anal about having multiple albums from the same artist on the wall, even though I didn't uphold that standard with Denzel Curry over here, because Taboo made my 2018 album of the year list. Still, I probably should get Crack Up because I really enjoyed that album too. Eminem with the Marshall Mathers LP. What do I have to say about it? One of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. No one needs to really describe it. Eminem, for those who don't know, actually reminds me, even though he's not white, he actually reminds me personality-wise a lot of my older brother. So when I was listening to Eminem, I would also see a bunch of my older brother in him, in these ways that kind of force the masculine kind of tip, while also at the same time coming across like you don't give a fuck about anyone else's opinion or approval. I like the way the album came across. It was a little edgy for its time, but I definitely think it came from a genuine place. Pusha T with Daytona, another amazing project of 2018. Travis Scott with Rodeo. Do I really need to explain why? Rhapsody with Layla's Wisdom, easily one of my favorite albums. No, this got my, okay, so wait. I got Danny Brown Atrocity Exhibition for my album of the year for 2016. Layla's Wisdom for 2017 was my album of the year. And Denzel Curry Taboo is my album of the year for 2018. I have to have all my albums of the year on the list. That doesn't make sense if I don't. D'Angelo in the Vanguard with Black Messiah, yes. The fact that this album has inspired and influenced so many future soul and R&B projects beyond its time, I thought was incredible, and it definitely didn't get the credit or recognition I feel it did get, or it should have gotten when it came out. Definitely not for me, because at the time I don't believe I think I was like, how old was I in 2014 or 2010? I don't even remember. I'm not gonna try to figure it out either. Pacey Musgraves with Golden Hour. Really enjoyed her project this year. I really caught the vinyl because of how much I listened to it and how much I wasn't expecting myself to be interested or enjoy it as much as I did. Denzel Curry with Taboo, you already know what it is. Best project of 2008. Welcome to the darkest side of Taboo. All I know is permanent star. What shit? Hold up. All I know is permanent star. No, fuck. All I know is permanent scars and tattoos. Man, I could sing that whole song. I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna do my own cover to that. That's no, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You did it. Beautiful, beautiful, huh? And at the bottom, I got Caitlyn Smith with Starfire. Beautiful voice, amazing singer. That's the highlight for this album, in my opinion. Also, see the amount of images that I had to download for the list videos. I got 2 open spots back there for projects I'm probably going to put. If I can get Orpheus versus the Sirens on vinyl, I definitely will put one of those right there. And I'm trying to figure out another spot. I had a lot of albums on the list. Maybe Serpent with Feet, maybe Soil will go over here somewhere, or maybe I'll put Soil next to Blood Orange, because they're both R&B influenced projects, so maybe that'll be the case. And before this video ends, I know a ton of people want to hear, Shawn, I need to know what you use to hold up your vinyl. I need to know what you use to keep it in check. This is what I use. From collector mount. No, they're not paying me, even though I should be. If you buy this from their website, you better let them know I want my check. You know, I'm not doing this for free. You can either get these on their website or on Amazon. I've got extra just in case I buy more vinyl and want to put them on the wall, but this is where I get them. They're not that hard to figure out either. Very simple, whatever. It's a screw, okay? It's a screw. And you adjust it to the height that you want to adjust it to. You slide the vinyl in between and you get this beautiful aesthetic. That's the aesthetic, right? That's what you're going for. That's what you're gonna get. But you need this thing to do it, all right? That's it. That's the video. Those are the vinyl. I would show you the rest of the room, but like I said, you don't need to see all that. You don't deserve to see it yet. But these are the albums I've decided to put on the wall right now. When I move sometime this year, the room or the office space area for the channel is going to be a lot larger. So I'm probably going to get a lens that's a lot wider so it can show a bunch more vinyl in the background. And I think that'll look amazing on video. I just like the aesthetic. I like the atmosphere that it gives me. I don't know why. It makes me feel good just coming in here and listening to the music and having all this beautiful art on the wall. So that's just me. Thanks for watching. This is the video that so many of y'all have been asking for. And yeah, I finally did it. So shut up about it. Bye.